Oh shit, oh shit. We live. Give y'all a little bit of time to get in here. You know, it's not the usual Bros Talk channel, so, you know, if this is a little off-putting, I understand, but, you know, we got to make it work how we make it work. We're going to record here live, and then we're going to upload this over onto the Bros Talk channel. That'll be our official episode 5 going into this weekend's fights. You know, it's your boy, Utica, undeniably the illest cat around. I'm your host, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. I'm here with my bro, host extraordinaire.
It's Ray Bucks. It's Ray Mysterio. It's Chico Jordan. It's Black Nostradamus. It's not yet Black Jesus, but Black Moses for sure, motherfuckers. What's good?
Yes, indeed. This is your favorite MMA sports betting channel, Bros Talk MMA. Like I said, we're doing a special live stream from my music page. So if you're new to the Utica YouTube, welcome, subscribe, like, and comment. You know, check out some of the videos, check out some of the music. Reason being that we're doing all of this is because it's been a busy week. Myself, I was opening up for Talib Kweli this past Saturday. Fucking shit was fucking crazy. Super dope show. One of my best yet. So definitely excited with how all that turned out. But it did kind of leave us a little pressed for time on the podcast side. So I do apologize to all y'all. We do plan to get on a pretty nice schedule over these next 2 fight cards. We're going to have a lot of time on our hands to be able to move through those and get them on schedule and released in a timely manner. So appreciate y'all for bearing with us. But right now, you know, like I said, we're making it do what it do. We're on my music channel and we're going to talk MMA.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. So we're here to break down this weekend's pay-per-view card, UFC 298. It's gonna be featuring a featherweight title bout between Alexander Volkanovski going up against Ilia Topuria. We got 12 fights on the card, and let's just note right off of the bat, me and bro, we agree on all 12 of these motherfuckers.
Sure, you're right.
Hey, so, you know, I feel like this is going to be a really good card. We're not going to waste y'all's time. We're going to just get straight to it. We're going to run through these pretty quick. We're going to, you know, we're not going to have as much of the particulars on each fighter. We're just going to, you know, let you know who we're going with, why we're going with them, and then we're just going to move through the card. So, first up, we have a flyweight bout. In the women's division, we got Andrea Lee going up against Miranda Maverick. I'm going with Miranda Maverick in this fight. I just believe that they'll be the more aggressive of the 2 fighters. Andrea Lee's last 3 outings haven't looked too good. And I just believe that Maverick, although she's had some ups and downs, she's going to be able to dial it in for this fight and either submit or, you know, win a decision over Lee.
Miranda Maverick's definitely going to win this shit by sub. Let's move to the next one.
Next up, we got a welterweight bout between Val Woodburn going up against Oban Elliott. This fight right here, I think I'm going to go with Elliott. Val, I just believe, you know, they got into the UFC, you know, by chance. They took a short notice fight against Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel made quick
Max their motherfucking ass out.
Made quick work of this guy. And I just believe they're just all hands and not really much else. Oban Elliott, I believe, you know, is the better overall fighter. Could get this done either by sub or winning by decision.
Oban Elliott's going to win this shit by sub. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, we got another welterweight bout. We got Josh Quinlan going up against Danny Barlow. This is gonna be Danny Barlow's UFC debut. I believe that they're gonna win. I'm gonna be going with them. I just believe that they're the better overall fighter, and this is just more so kind of like a showcase fight for them, albeit a very good opponent in Quinlan, to test them. But I do believe Barlow is gonna pull this one out, either a KO or a decision win. What you got?
Quinlan ain't shit. Barlow win this motherfucker by decision or KO. Late KO. I'm saying like a third round KO if he does do it, otherwise a decision. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. Next up, we got a light heavyweight bout between Mingyan Zhang going up against Bredson Ribeiro. I'm gonna go with Zhang in this fight. I don't got much on either one of these fighters, but I do believe that Ribeiro's chin is a little questionable. And Zhang could win this fight either by like KO or submission. I just believe that their chin, even if tested in this fight, is going to be able to withstand the punishment more so than Ribeiro. So that's who I'll be going with in this fight.
I'll go with Zhang as well. It's going to be an early KO. First round, second round, something like that. He's going to punch his fucking lights out, call and move. Boom.
All right, next up we got a bantamweight bout. Rinya Nakamura going up against Carlos Vera. I'm going with Nakamura to win this fight. I just feel like this is another like showcase fight. They're just kind of setting him up against an old vet, to just see what they got, but more so, show off what they got as well. I got Nakamura by either a KO or a decision in this fight.
Yep, Nakamura by KO. Probably second, third round, smacks this man in the face, call it a day.
Let's go. All right, next up we got a one heavyweight bout on this card. It's going to be Marcos Rogerio de Lima going up against Justin Tafa. I'm gonna go with De Lima in this fight. I'm not even gonna think about what happened in that fight against Derek Lewis. I just, I feel like nobody saw what Derek Lewis was coming out with in that fight, and it, just so happened to be De Lima on the other side of that cage. I do believe that they're better than what that fight showcased. Definitely gonna be going with them by KO or decision over Tafa. What do you got?
Definitely better than Tafa. Definitely a KO, I would say. Second, third round. Leaning towards the third. Nobody saw that bullshit coming from Derek Lewis. You know what I mean? I don't think he was in cardio shape. I'm gonna run along a little bit long on this one, but Derek Lewis was in cardio shape, so he just threw a goddamn Hail Mary and landed it. So boom, he won it. You know what I mean? But
that's not the nigga was angry. He keeps losing in his hometown and losing to fools that I don't necessarily think he should lose to. So I just think he came out just angry with something to prove.
Makes sense to me. Marcos Rodrigo de Lima wins this fight against Justin Tafa in astounding fashion in the late second to third round.
Okay, all right, moving on. We got a strawweight bout between Amanda Lemos going up against Mackenzie Dern. I'm going with Lemos to win this fight. I believe that Dern is just, all ground, no hands. Lemos is super aggressive. Basically just a kind of a copy of her last opponent with Jessica Andrade. And Jessica Andrade made Lemos look crazy, getting her caught in like a standing like ninja choker, some type of crazy standing. It was something wild, and I believe that Lemos is pretty much Jessica Andrade. Just she didn't beat Andrade, but they kind of are mirror images of each other. And like I said, Dern's just don't got no hands. And in her last fight, she she just looked really, really bad. So I'm going with Lemos, KO or decision. What you got?
Amanda Lemos wins this by decision. Go get a beer during this fight. Next one.
All right, we're moving into the main card. We're going to start things off with a middleweight bout between Anthony Hernandez going up against Roman Kopylov. I feel like this is probably the hardest fight to call on this card, but if you were going to, force me to pick somebody, I definitely would say that I'm going with Hernandez to win this fight. I just believe that they're a better overall fighter. They've had better competition, and Kopylov still is kind of like not yet proven, in my opinion. Definitely have shown greatness, definitely. But I don't know. I feel like Hernandez, against the people that he's faced, has shown that he can take people into that dark water and kind of break them. So I'm saying Hernandez either sub or decision in this fight.
I'm gonna agree with you. Hernandez is definitely gonna be a sub or decision, third round, over Kopylov. It is a tough one to pick, but that's how I feel. And it's gonna be a late third round. If you guys are doing over under type shit, you know what I mean. Hernandez may be getting a sub, but otherwise he's going all the way.
Next up we have a bantamweight bout between Merab Dvalishvili going up against Henry Cejudo. I'd say that this is probably the next hardest fight to call on this card. Dvalishvili is who I'm going to go with. I just believe that their pace is just going to be too much for Cejudo at this point in their career, especially given that they, had trouble with Aljamain Sterling. I definitely feel like they held their own, but in the end, if you would have gave, that fight any longer, it just would have shown Cejudo to just continue to break, and Aljo would have just been more dominant over the course of that fight. So Merab Dvalishvili, who I feel like puts on even a higher pace, is just going to drown Cejudo and come away with either a decision, or if Cejudo, I believe it's 3 rounds, so I'm just going to go strong decision on this. But if there was an alternate outcome, I'd say a submission.
I'm going to go with Murad. Fuck name. Henry Cejudo has some static in his camp, right? He just fired his fucking coach on IG. That doesn't give me a lot of confidence in you, boy. Like, you know what I mean? You can't fire your coach the same week of your fight. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if that's what happened, because it was on Countdown that it happened. So usually they're there during the fight camp. So he probably got rid of him somewhere towards the beginning, or sometime after the beginning of his fight camp. He just felt like this wasn't gonna be what works for him to, come in there with the right mindset, the right game plan against Dvalishvili.
Cool. Either way, you don't fire your coach before the playoffs. You don't fire your coach before the Super Bowl. You don't. That's just not something you do, and you don't publicize it. If he had fired his coach and then we found out afterwards, I'd be a little sad about this fucking pick, because I'd be like, oh, nigga, I should have known that. But now I know that Henry Cejudo had fired his coach somewhere in that period, which makes me believe in him a little bit less. That's why I go with Murad. Last name shit. I don't think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a decision. I don't think it's gonna be a sub.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's gonna be a good fight.
Another thing to note is Cejudo's already coming into this fight, saying that, in the event he loses, there's a chance he could retire after this fight, which is already just showing signs of doubt.
Yeah, no heart.
Yeah, definitely going with Dvalishvili. Next up, we have a welterweight bout between Jeff Neal going up against Ian Machado Gary. As much as I don't really want to, go with Gary, being all bias and things like that aside, I'm going with Gary to win. I do believe that they're the better overall fighter. I just, I don't like the way they carry themselves outside of the cage, but that's not what we make bets on. So, therefore, I'm going with Gary to win by either KO or decision in this fight.
All right. I'm doing the same thing. Gary's a better fighter. I can't give you the KO bet. I can't tell you it's going to be a second round, third round KO, or even a first round KO. I think Gary. I think it's going to go decision. This is one of the closer fights. I'd like to say that Gary does KO him late in the third, but don't quote me on that.
I feel like Jeff Neal has a puncher's chance, flash knockout, but outside of that, Gary, I feel like is just gonna put the pace on him. Next up, we got the co-main event. We have a middleweight bout between Robert Whitaker going up against Paulo Costa. I'm going with Costa to win this fight. I just feel like Whitaker's, kind of on the downside. He had his championship run. Has been a top contender in the division for a long time, but I just feel like now is that time when, they might want to start looking at the fights that, can net them the most money and or just entertaining contender fights before they start, finding themselves ushering in the new competition that potentially is going to start vying for the title and things like that. I also believe that Paulo Costa is just the more aggressive fighter, and they'll put a pace on Whitaker and eventually find their chin. And I'm not too confident in Whitaker's chin these days. What you got?
Robert Whitaker is mad chinny. He's glass jaw Joe, right? We were playing Punch Out. It's a wrap for my boy. Paulo Costa is going to hit that chin. There's going to be a KO. Whitaker does have a gas tank. Whitaker, second, third round, Whitaker goes down by KO.
Next up, we got the main event. We got the featherweight title on the line. We got Alex Volkanovski going up against Ilia Topuria. I'm gonna go with Topuria on this one. Similar to Whitaker, I just feel like Volkanovski's, about to start seeing that downslope. I feel like they made a huge mistake going up against Makhachev instead of letting that fight brew and for them to, have a proper rematch. I feel like he's kind of following up that loss. He got kicked in his dome pretty nice. He's following up that loss with a pretty quick turnaround with this fight. They had to actually delay this fight like a month because they wanted these guys to go in January. But I think public outcry and just, UFC trying to be in the, best interest of the fighter's health decided they'd push it back to try to give Volkanovski enough time. But, Volkanovski did mention in a press conference after the Makhachev fight that, he deals with depression when not in training, and, it's kind of hard for, him to stay out of his head when he's not, focused on a fight or something like that. Which, is neither here nor there, but it can play a part, like I said, if he's coming back too quick or if he hasn't allowed himself, time to process, his next move even, without just making snap decisions just to keep his mind busy. So Topuria, I just feel like they're hungry, they're powerful, they can win anywhere, but more than likely they'll be able to either tap Volkanovski's chin, which I don't see them knocking Volkanovski out, but I do see them winning a pretty dominant decision with the hands. Or they could, if I was going to pick an alternate outcome, then they could knock out Volkanovski. I just feel like Volk hasn't given himself time to rest. So, yeah, I'm going with Topuria on this one.
I got to go with Topuria, too. Topuria is 8 years this man's senior, or his Junior, I guess is how you say it, right? Topuria's younger. Volk is older. You know what I mean? The younger fighter wins generally more often. Volkanovski is coming back too fucking fast. Yes, he's got the experience, which is great. But as we know in UFC, experience doesn't mean everything. Fucking fast hands and heavy power sometimes mean more. Do I believe he's gonna knock out Volkanovski? Of course not, because Volkanovski is just a fucking monster. He's a brick wall, right? Like you can hit him as many fucking times as you want, but he's not gonna fall down, get down, anything like that. No, wait, he might fall down, but he's not gonna not get back up. I think this is going to be a 5-rounder. I think this is going to go the distance. Because Volkanovski has a chin. Volkanovski, like I said, is a brick wall. But Topuria will win this decidedly. I don't think it'll be a split decision. Think it'll be a unanimous decision that he takes it in. Volk, like my brother said, Volk's had no rest. He should have a little bit more rest. Not because he's an old man. I mean, I'm not hating old men. You know what I mean? But
not today.
He should have. Yeah, not today. But he should have taken a little bit more. And Topuria is an up-and-comer. I think Topuria is somebody the UFC wants to see succeed and succeed Volkanovski.
Yep.
So again, however you guys feel about that, is what it is.
Well, there you have it, folks. Those are our picks, predictions, and bets for.
Wait, though. Parlay God said next to you, right? We ain't gonna talk about those.
We are gonna talk about them.
I was just making sure because you made it sound like you were wrapping it up, my boy.
I'm wrapping up this portion. This segment of the show.
My fault. I interrupted you too quick.
Picks, predictions, and bets for UFC 298. Now, if you would like to get into some parlays, Mr. Parlay God, please let us know what you're thinking.
I'd like you to start it off first.
This is interesting. If I was gonna put a parlay together, I would definitely put Oban Elliott in that motherfucker. Rinya Nakamura.
Okay.
And that would be from the prelim side, and then I would link it up definitely with Anthony Hernandez, Rob Davishvili, Ian Gary, and yeah, that's who I'm gonna roll with.
So 6 or 7?
That
You had a lot, bro. That was a lot.
That was a 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a 5er right there. I'm with 5er. I'm feeling spicy, bro. I'm feeling spicy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Like, what you used to say, like, we don't believe.
We don't condone. We here at Bros Talk MMA don't condone the usage of parlays unless they pique your interest and they
just put low money on it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't like
fire payouts.
Don't throw like your whole bag at it. You know what I mean? Throw a buck or 2 or 3 or 5, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whatever your bag, whatever makes sense for your bag, right?
Yeah.
Throw at it what you could lose, right? I'm not saying that we're gonna lose. I'm just saying don't do wild shit.
Don't be like me.
Hey, you know what I mean? I didn't even bring him up. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to bring his whole shit up. Anyway,
congratulations to Bro for another successful picking week. Beat my ass. Beat the shit out of me. And also won our one head-to-head bout. Or no, we had 3. And he got me on all 3 of them. Damn.
It's you know what I mean? It's wild. You know what I mean? It's not nothing against my bro. You know what I mean? I love him. But sometimes
Yeah.
I'm right. I mean, but I'm also the big bro, right? Like, so like most of the time I'm right, right?
I give
Right?
you that.
Right?
No, I give you like I don't know about all that, but
It's
because you're
more
a big bro.
experience, my boy.
But definitely, you know, you got me. I was taking some risks. I took some risks last card, and they didn't pay off. I want to say that I went about 5 and
I'm gonna let him explain all this while I go pee real quick.
5 and
Enjoy
9.
yourself.
Damn, did I go? I went 5 and 9 last card, and bro went 7 and 8. No, 7 and 6. So, hey, he got me. I'll give it to him. Last 2 cards have been rough. I'm not gonna lie. Last 2 cards have been pretty fucking rough. But it's okay. You know, no one said it was gonna be easy. It only makes for a stronger comeback. And I'm excited for this weekend's card. I feel like these picks just they came right to me. This was nothing, to be totally honest.
Do me a favor.
A lot of thinking involved on this one.
Do me a favor. Did you hit him with the totals? Like our totals? Like your total, my total?
Yeah, I hit him with the fucking totals.
Damn, man. Sounds mad sad about that shit. Which you shouldn't be, though. Because I don't think there are many people out there that are picking as well as we are throughout the entire year. And we're giving it to you live and direct.
No subscription.
Yeah, I ain't making you pay no money.
You know,
nothing.
That's the good thing about bros talking, man. We're just some bros. You know, this is no different than, you know, you arguing with your homies who you think, you know, is gonna win, ain't gonna win, and how they're gonna win. Yeah. I just want to say, you know, once again, apologies for the chaos, you know, with getting this most recent episode out, but once again, it's just like this was the best course of action for us to make things happen in a timely manner for y'all, so you'd have something to refer to. Once again, though, we will be back on schedule for these next couple of fight cards, and then going on from there, hopefully we'll have something, you know, worked out. But we'll always have something for you. That's something that you can always count on, is that we'll have something for you. So, you know.
Let me also tell you this. We are going to have guest appearances. Not by your favorite UFC fighter or anything like that. Not, at least not soon, right?
Or personalities.
Yeah. But we've got some folks who are very well versed in UFC, who love this shit, who enjoy it as much as we do, also enjoy drinking and smoking as much as we do. And they will be on. And I think it'll be something that you are going to enjoy. We're just setting it up, making sure that it works for everyone's schedules. Because, again, we're just regular motherfuckers watching UFC, picking fights, betting money on random betting platforms. So I'm not going to shout out the betting platforms that we use because they ain't paying me yet. So, you know what it is.
Real shit. Fucking, yeah, so, you can expect, this video to go up on the Bros Talk MMA channel. Pretty much just like right after we get off of here. We'll let this load up, download it, shoot it over to the other channel. And yeah, what do I want to say? I want to say, yeah, I opened up, not to bring this back up, but I opened up for Talib Kweli over this weekend and shit. It was a fucking super dope show. Fucking,
I seen it.
Super dope show. So that's literally the only reason why this video is coming out the way it is and at the time it is and everything like that. So like, just to piggyback off of what my brother was saying, basically, is just we're just, you know, regular cats. We got, you know, 9 to 5s just like everybody else.
Can I interrupt you for a second to shout out some peoples?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'd like to shout out first and foremost, Phaedra showing up, going to the show. I'd like to shout out Fatima, his girl, showing up to the show. I'd like to shout out Young Wins, Young losing the day at pool, but also Young Wins came
Shout
through
out
to
Young
this
Wins.
show. You know what I mean? What?
Shout out Young Wins.
Shout out Young Wins, right? R Squared, sorry, he's a DJ. I should have shouted him out a little bit earlier in this whole little movement. But yeah, R Squared, you know what I mean? Dope man, dope shit. Like I mean, my favorite DJ should be your favorite DJ. Will be at some point.
Yes, indeed.
Shout
Shout out to Inked Images, my guy Brian,
Oh,
for all the photos and video.
solid.
Shout out
solid.
my guy Nick Rez for coming through, and my good chemistry fam for helping me, you know, get a care package over to Talib. Shout out to all the other acts on the card, man. That was one of the more solid opening cards that I've been a part of
Sure.
on a show, and like all of the performers brought it. Super dope lineup. Very proud to have been a part of it. Shout out to Oriental Theater and, you know, everybody there, even the sound man who tried to fucking cut me off.
Ooh, that sounded not like
But-
shouting out, but more like a little
Shit.
hey.
We came to an understanding.
Nice, my bro. Anyway, yeah. Shout out
So
everybody.
real quick though, shout outs to Fatima again though, because prior to my show, she was out in the streets serving our community out here in downtown Denver. Big donation drive that she had been working on for a long time with her and her partner, and it was
Madison, what? Shout out Madison.
Madison McGore. We Are Community. It was a beautiful event.
Fatima Empowers.
Yep, Fatima Empowers with Empowered Connections.
Your boys do help out on like wild community outreach things, you know what I mean, occasionally.
Hey,
Just so
you know,
y'all know, you know what I mean? We ain't just out here like some gambling degenerates who drink and smoke.
I mean, we help
we
people.
are those as well.
But yeah, shit, you know. Let's see here. Much love to everybody who's tuned in. If you tuned in, if not, when you tune in, when we shoot this over. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this up on my music channel. I'll probably just shoot it over to the Bros Talk and take this down. I am working on some new music. And yeah, hopefully, you know, something else comes across my table, and I'll be ready to perform for that, because I think that's probably my favorite thing to do is perform. That's probably out of it. I really enjoy like recording and, you know, listening to my shit after it's done, or, you know, going through the process of getting it on channels, or, you know,
We need to do a
doing what I'm
music video.
doing.
You gotta do a music video.
I haven't
soon,
done a
bro.
music video
I
in a
know you
minute.
need a new one, my boy.
But that's definitely my favorite shit. The shows are fucking dope. The shows are always dope. So if you ever get an opportunity to come check me out live, I suggest you do so. Promise you won't be disappointed. You got anything else, man?
If you check him out live, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah.
So, like, hit me up. Be like, "Hey, this is the first time I check him out live. I'm gonna get you a drink." It is what it is, you know.
Or fucking you could fight him if he fucked up your fucking picks.
Or you can fight me, you know what I mean? Catch his hands, you know what I mean? I'm not no Israel Adesanya or nothing like that, but like, I'm alright. I'm decent.
Well, for Bros Talk MMA, I'm your host, Utica. Undeniably, the Ills Cat Around, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. I'm with my bro host extraordinaire.
It's Ray Bucks. It's Chikel Jordan.
Rey Mysterio.
Ray
Jr.
Mysterio. It's you know what I mean? I'm up in my picks, my all time right now, right?
Yeah, overall right now, you're
Overall.
at 26 and 22. I have fell below 500. I am 24 and 25 right now. We both got a no contest.
If you literally
That
just
Marco's
bet the money on the fights that I've picked, you're gonna win money. Right? So you're winning money with me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you gotta do the parlays. I never talked you into the parlays. I'm just saying those are things that are available to you. But the actual straight up picks every fucking fight, I'm right there. Let's go, babies.
Job. Good shit.
He gonna be right there with me. Don't you trip.
Yeah, we gonna get right. It's all good. It's all good.
We gonna get right? Or
Yeah.
like you gonna pick some more shit than me?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna get back right with my shit. But make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit that notification bell so you can make sure you don't miss an episode and stuff. Cause knowing us, you never know when we're gonna have some uploaded. So gotta make sure that you just have that going so that you can be the first to see that shit.
We will have something every week though. Like at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. Even
We-
if it's the
we
fucking
guarantee
day
that.
of.
The day of. It might be the day of. But the first one we did, right, was
In the
in
middle
the
of
middle
the
of the fights,
broadcast.
right?
We're
It
in the
happens.
middle of the broadcast, shit. And that's still the fucking highest viewed fucking joint we got. Oh shit, I'm dead. Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, we out. Usually that shit will go off, but now y'all get to see what I do. Usually I get up and go turn this shit off. Alright.
Now you should drink a beer.
I don't even know how you turn this shit off either. This is great.